Today in 1859, the Oscar Wilde trials began at the Old Bailey in London. Oscar Wilde was one of the most talented writers of his time and was revered as a brilliant playwright and poet, with works like The Importance of Being Earnest, The Picture of Dorian Gray, and various poems. Oscar Wilde was not only a poet and a playwright, but a very flamboyant and public personality. He loved loud clothing, beautiful home decor, and for a Victorian man, this was out of the norm, so to speak. He was a kind of prototype for a stereotypical gay man. Flowery, well-dressed, poetic, and artistic. Nearly feminine in his pursuits. And Victorian society at the time was less than sympathetic with this unique form of self-expression. But before his trials, he was usually just given the benefit of the doubt, so to speak, because he was a poet, he was an aesthete, he was an artist. Oh, and don't forget he had a wife and 2 kids. Like that ever stopped anybody. It wasn't until he had a boyfriend with a father who was particularly mean-spirited that this actually got him into trouble. The Marquess of Queensberry wrote Oscar a note accusing him of being a homosexual. But if you're going to accuse someone of being a homosexual, your title better not be the Marquess of Queensberry. It's like the gayest title I can think of. Anyway, he called Oscar Wilde a homosexual in less than monetizable language, and Oscar, instead of ignoring it and moving on, took the Marquess to court for libel. But as it turns out, it wasn't libelous. Several men came forward testifying that they had had a sexual relationship with Oscar Wilde, which was a criminal offense at the time. It was called gross indecency and was taken very seriously. Oscar was, of course, found guilty and sentenced to jail time, and the rest of his works after his jail time were mostly about prison reform. And while homosexuality and homosexual acts were outlawed in 1993 in Ireland, 941 gay and queer men still have criminal records based on their charges of homosexual acts from 1993 and before. Their records have not been expunged. They are still convicted criminals in the eyes of the law. There were records in 22 and 23 that say that these records were going to be overturned, but I haven't seen anything that says they have been. Do you know something I don't? Have these records been expunged? And if they aren't, when are we getting on that?